Time now for Hawk Zone, sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino.
The Seahawks get it done at home, beating their division rival, the Arizona Cardinals, 19-9. With this win, the Hawks move on to 3-3 on the season, and they're in for a 3 tie for the first place in the division. So Terry Holliman, he is joining me now in the Hawk Zone. Terry, did you see the Hawks being here at this time, tied for first at this point in the season?
Well, honestly, last offseason, no. I mean, you think about the situation the Seahawks were in the spring. They had lost a future Hall of Famer in Russell Wilson at the quarterback position. They had lost Bobby Wagner, a future Hall of Famer at the linebacker position, a bunch of new guys. I thought this is a rebuild for these guys. Yeah. To be at this position right now at 3-3 and tied for first place, you know, it's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle before Christmas.
I feel like we're getting a little bit of help from the other teams. I also kind of felt like we were going to have some magic this season, but we've been critical of the defense so far. You know, we've been talking about it. Let's give credit where credit is due. The defense played their best game yesterday. What went right?
Well, everything was going right for these guys. I think they had a game plan to really contain the Cardinals' best player, which is Kyler Murray, their quarterback. And they did a pretty good job of that. Although he was, you know, he had a couple of runs in the game that he got out and they couldn't contain him, but they did a great game plan, a great scheme. The defensive backs played a great game as well. So everything came together at the right time. Up front guys did their job of getting in there and actually sacking Kyler Murray a few times. So it was good.
Your boy Tariq Bolin, he got another interception. That's 4 in 4 consecutive games as a rookie.
Yes.
Is this a fluke? Is he the real deal? I mean, I know you only punked him once.
I didn't even punk him. I just criticized him early, and I said he was having a rough beginning to the 2022 season.
And so you were the catalyst
I am. I'm going to take credit. I'm going to take credit.
You are the catalyst to get him where he is now. But really, truly, I mean, this guy is showing some skills.
I say, here's my thing. I say if you do it 1 week, that could be called a fluke. If you do it twice, that's trending now, right?
Yeah.
If you do it 4 times in a row, 4 weeks in a row, 4 interceptions, that's the real deal. So not only did he have 4 interceptions in a row, a big fumble recovery this past weekend as well, Tariq Woolen he's putting his name in the hat for Defensive Rookie of the Year, I think. He's that good.
I mean, he even got props from Sherman.
Yeah, he did. And I understand why, because they're very similar. You know, they were both late mid-round draft picks, both underrated, both played wide receiver in college, and both are very good.
Another rookie that's a big difference maker is Kenneth Walker. Right now, Kenneth Walker III. What makes him such a force?
Well, I kind of knew he was going to be a force watching him coming out of college and, you know, at Michigan State. He was a very highly touted running back. You look at this guy, I think of him like a mini baby beast mode. And there's some baby beast mode. You look at this guy, he seems like he wants to score a touchdown every time he touches the ball. And he has that ability. He's freaky fast. He's shifty, and he's very strong. So you look at this kid and you think, yeah, he has a really bright future, and he showed out this past weekend, almost 100 yards rushing.
That's pretty great. All right, so is it this type of win that builds confidence? How important is that? Yeah,
I think it is. I think especially when you're coming off a lot of criticism, you're having some controversy on defense where guys aren't making plays. To come home and get a big win like this, it's great to build that momentum, build that confidence, especially when you have so many young guys on defense. Definitely a confidence builder.
So next week, the Seahawks head to the City of Angels to play the Rams. Oh, no, they're taking on the Chargers. I take that back.
There's so many teams in L.A. now. You know,
when
it's hard to keep
I grew
up.
up, FYI, in Los Angeles, we had nothing, okay? We had the Raiders. They left. They're like, bye.
Right.
So now it's just very confusing. Also, I look like I'm wearing pajamas, but I'm not, FYI. Meantime, so the Seahawks are heading to the City of Angels to take on the Chargers. They have a short week. They're playing Russell Wilson and the Broncos. I do know that much. Tonight for Monday Night Football. What do we need to know heading into this game?
Well, the Chargers, they have a pretty good team. They're the #2 team in their division right now. Offensively, they have a really big weapon at wide receiver by the name of Mike Williams. He's a big guy that's going to go up and post up the receivers. He can run by the receivers. So our defensive back's going to have their work cut out for them once again this weekend. And they also have a couple of good running backs that are racking up yards. Defensively, the Seahawks are going to have an opportunity to put up some points. Their defense isn't that great. But then again, it's the NFL, so anything can happen on any given Sunday. So I think it's going to be up to Geno Smith and those guys like Kenneth Walker and DK Metcalf on offense to put up a bunch of yards and put up a bunch of points so that our defense can, you know, do their thing as well.
Let's have another good defensive show. Let's kick the charge out of the Chargers.
Is that the word?
I've never liked the Chargers. I mean, San Diego, that's where they should have stayed. But now they're here, whatever.
We'll kick the charge out of them. Decharge them.
Decharge them. Unplug those Chargers.
I'll roll with that.
All right, we're going to work on the T-shirts for that. Meantime, thank you so much, Tariq Bolin. We appreciate you. And the Muckleshoot Casino, thanks to them as well. You know, their event center is the home base for entertainment. Still looking for Halloween plans? Well, dance the night away at Fright Night, Saturday, October 29th. There's a costume contest, a DJ spinning tunes, and one lucky ghoul will win $10,000 in cash. Visit the website on your screen for more info. I think Terry and I should go.
I think so. Can you wear your pajamas?
My pajama outfit?
Pajama jammy jam.